20 miles west of downtown Dallas. One of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go, set.
Right to the air goes Daniels. Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Daniels now on first down. Now he'll air one out. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. When that last possession results in the pick, you'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
Let's go.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Go.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line. They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
on third down. They'll throw with Daniels. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's complete to the rookie first-round pick. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
Third and long, and here's Daniels. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Kenneth Murray. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge fourth down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
Set to go now on first and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And now again he loses the football. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
Here's second and 6. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Etienne.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
They'll go back to Etienne on first down. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Alert, alert, alert! Attack!
Once again, it's Etienne. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Look out!
Now ETN.
Travis ETN, ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Now a handoff. ETN. Whoa. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's ETN. And he's in! Travis ETN. Touchdown, Cowboys. With that, he hits the 20 mark for touchdowns on the year. And this spectacular season continues. Now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number very few backs have reached in the history of the NFL. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Now an opening past the 30. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. And they're not going to catch up to him. He brings it all the way back. 97 yards. Touchdown, Washington.
His kick is good.
You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing now. Daniel. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels got his man at the 6. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Now it is 1st and goal. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So now, from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. They'll run with Brooks. A second effort, and he is in. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Washington. York, good on the extra point. And the Commanders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 3. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The drive begins with a carry from ETN. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was taken down by Martin. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Here's a second and 6. On the handoff, it's ETN. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down.
Brings up 3rd and
3rd and a yard. On the give, it's ETN. And he'll have the first down. We'll get him up around the 37.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? And this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10.
Alert! Alert!
Out of the gun, they'll give it to ETN. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He was brought down by Victorian Bennett. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
To the right, on the run, it's ETN. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
On 3rd down, here's ETN. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Cowboys.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. The carry here for ETN. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. It is Percy Butler to bring him down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I, back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium. after this. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's gotten enough. They convert on third down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
They put Campbell in motion. From the gun, a give to ETN. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. The open man is Tolbert. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Again, they give it to ETN. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Dallas. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Thrown left side, the catch is made. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Daniels going to throw again. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
What's that?
Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. On 2nd down, here's ETN. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2. Here's 3rd and 2. In motion, Shakir.
What's that?
On the ground, here's ETN.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
What's that?
They'll run for it with ETN. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
This run straight ahead for ETN. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Third and long. They'll run it once more with ETN. He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one.
At the 41, a gain of 9. It's 4th down.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down.
What's that?
And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk, going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll throw with Daniel. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Hey! Let's go! Go!
On the ground, it's Brooks. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. That's the former number 1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Slot man in motion left. 3rd and short, and it's Daniels.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Daniels now going to look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
McBride is the motion man. Now he'll run.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
From the 1, 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. York, good on the extra point. And the Commanders will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Look out!
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. They get 11 and quick to pick up a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They face second down and 7.
Hey, tight. It's it!
Once again, it's ETN. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down.
What's that?
Here's ETN.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
Possibly the play of the game right here. It is fourth down. Got a man. That's Tolbert. And he will go all the way. Jalen Tolbert. Touchdown, Cowboys. The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys go up by 7. 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. McBride is the motion man. To throw is Daniels on first and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down. Throwing is Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And the Commanders touchdown.
Daniels now on first down. That's caught downfield by McBride. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down. Throwing again, Daniel. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The air again is Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did. Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This is fielded inside the 5.
The Cowboys take over first down at their own 26-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
WK10. What's that?
Play action. It's Allen. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. They get 24 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Alert! What's that?
Now a handoff. ETN. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they'll come up for 2nd and 9.
What's that?
Here's ETN. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, I like the idea of airing it out there on 3rd down. You're trying to move this ball even into closer, more manageable field goal distance, but after that incomplete, now brings up 4th down. I think you have no choice but to settle for 3 here and see if it's enough to leave here with a win.
What's that?
They're going on 4th down. Allen. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have a Cowboys first down. The defense nowhere to be found. A 4th down gain of 20.
What's that?
Now ETN. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Clock shows 50 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Here comes 2nd down.
Look out!
ETN. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th. A lot riding on this play. Tie game, final minute, 3rd down.
What's that?
Throwing is Allen. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. McBride is the motion man. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. He'll get this out to his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Going up top. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Donovan Wilson. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Look out!
Drive a start on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. So it's a win for the Cowboys. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.